Nikola Tesla. A name synonymous with genius, innovation, and perhaps a touch of enigma. How much do we truly grasp of the revolutionary mind whose technology underpins so much of our 21st century world? It's a question that fills many with awe, and perhaps a touch of regret for not delving deeper into the foundational physics that drove his discoveries. But what if there's an even deeper layer to Tesla's brilliance, one that remains hidden in plain sight? Today we're going to unravel some of these mysteries, guided by the profound insights of a dedicated follower of Tesla's work, engineer Dr. Goran Marjanović. His decades of theoretical and practical research into Tesla's legacy offer a unique lens through which to view the extraordinary life and ideas of this unparalleled genius. Engineer Marjanović explains that while the public knows Tesla for his groundbreaking inventions like the rotating magnetic field, polyphase currents, and dazzling high-voltage experiments, the true scope of Tesla's work, and the depth of his understanding of reality and the cosmos, is only now beginning to emerge. Sadly, the most valuable spiritual treasure of Tesla's insights remains largely inaccessible. Most of what we know about Nikola Tesla pertains only to the first half of his career, leading up to his famous experiments in Colorado Springs in 1900. Regarding his work and profound discoveries in the latter part of his life, a period spanning over 40 years until his death in 1943, almost nothing is publicly known. A vast amount of his material was deliberately removed from public view after his death. Marjanović firmly believes that Tesla himself reduced the public release of his knowledge during his lifetime, retaining crucial insights within his memory rather than committing them to writing. The reason for this, Marjanović is convinced, was Tesla's belief that humanity's level of consciousness was not yet high enough. As an example, he cites Tesla's early experiments with the Wardenclyffe Tower, his ambitious world radio station on Long Island in July 1903. These were designed for the wireless transmission of energy, information, and images. Through these trials, Tesla immediately recognized the immense possibilities and even greater potentials of his apparatus. This perspective is supported by Tesla's own words to Walter Russell, a man who also claimed to have unlocked secrets of the universe. After a lengthy discussion, Tesla reportedly told Russell to hide his cosmogony from the world for the next 1,000 years, until humanity is ready for it. This quote, according to Marjanović, highlights Tesla's profound foresight and concern for how his discoveries might be used. The immediate disappearance of all of Tesla's belongings after his death has fueled considerable suspicion. Tesla's alleged death ray continues to intrigue scientists and the public alike, especially as global tensions rise, leading to media speculation about new incredibly powerful weapons based on Tesla's secret notes. How plausible is it that these discoveries are kept hidden from the public, used only by privileged groups? Marjanović confirms that it is an undisputed fact. The American Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) seized and removed all of Tesla's possessions after his death. This included everything from his personal clothing to measuring instruments, tools, technical devices, drawings, and notes. In 1951, Sava Kasenović, Tesla's cousin, a Serbian politician and diplomat, transferred a portion of Tesla's legacy to Belgrade, donating it to the state. This part is housed in the Nikola Tesla Museum in Belgrade, with about a dozen sections open to the public since October 20, 1955. However, the most controversial portion, by all accounts, remains what stayed in America. It was only recently, in October 2016, a staggering 73 years later, that the wider public gained access to some of these documents. Even then, a significant percentage of the text was blacked out. This fact alone speaks volumes about the nature and importance of the information that remains inaccessible. The declassified documents, released under the Freedom of Information Act, reveal serious government interest in Tesla's death ray, a weapon Tesla claimed to have designed, as well as information about his experiments with ball lightning. Marjanović believes these ball lightning experiments hold the key to cold and/or controlled fusion, a technology that continues to elude contemporary physics. Thus, at the very least, what remains blacked out has been available only to privileged groups for years, making it highly plausible that even more documents are still held under wraps. Engineer Marjanović is also convinced that the claims of Tesla directly communicating with a more perfect form of intelligence are accurate. He references Tesla's 1923 statement to the Albany Telegraph, where Tesla expressed his deep conviction that highly intelligent beings existed on Mars after he gained exceptional experimental evidence of Martian life during his Colorado Springs experiments. Marjanović clarifies, "Of course, any of us in Tesla's position would have made the same statement." He reminds us that this was still the era of cowboys and Native Americans, Wyatt Earp died in 1929, yet Tesla was already wirelessly controlling his electric-powered boat, transmitting energy over tens of kilometers with his alternating current system, illuminating America and Europe, and even receiving extraterrestrial electromagnetic signals. These are indeed astonishing facts. Marjanović emphasizes a crucial point. At that time, the radio apparatus as we know it didn't even exist on our planet. There were no radio or TV transmitters, no mobile operators, none of the electromagnetic signal soup we're immersed in today. The ether was incredibly pure. So, anything Tesla received with his perfected and extremely sensitive wireless receiver, which had a far greater range than anything before it, could only have originated from Earth's natural environment or from the cosmos. The fact that Tesla intercepted signals he interpreted as 1-2-3-4 solidified his belief that Martians were using numbers for communication, precisely because numbers are universal. However, when it comes to Tesla's communication with a more perfect form of intelligence, Marjanović has a different, yet equally profound, conviction. He states, "I am convinced that Tesla did not communicate with aliens, humanoids, or intelligent beings of extraterrestrial origin, whose existence I personally do not doubt at all." But then he adds, "I also firmly believe that Tesla had direct contact with the structures of the general cosmic fund of knowledge, condensed in the form of a morphogenetic field, or related fields like Akasha, an energetic record on the mental level in which all knowledge of the past and future is preserved, and in which all events of the material level are recorded. Based on my theoretical and practical research, I am completely certain of this." Engineer Marjanović is equally confident in Tesla's assertion that a central core exists in the universe from which we draw all our strength. The explanation he believes is remarkably simple. Tesla, from birth, was uniquely preset for communication with this core due to his mental and physical constitution. From an early age, in addition to his innate sharpness and intelligence, Tesla rigorously trained his mind. His father, in particular, insisted on this, giving him tasks to guess other people's thoughts, identify flaws in shapes or expressions, repeat long sentences, or perform complex calculations mentally. All of this significantly strengthened his memory and power of judgment, especially critical thinking. Most importantly, Tesla was consistently in close contact with nature. By learning from nature, he perfected his communication with it. It's no wonder then that he intuitively sensed the existence of a cosmic core from which we draw knowledge, strength, and inspiration. Tesla was convinced that the entire cosmos is a rational, living organism, and that everything in the universe, from a galaxy to an electron, possesses consciousness. He viewed the universe as an integral organism, composed of similar parts that differ only in their frequency of vibration. Each part, in his view, represents a parallel world. When considering Tesla's discoveries, Marjanović defers to Tesla himself. Tesla once stated, "I was very fortunate to discover new and amazing phenomena such as the rotating magnetic field, the illumination of a wireless vacuum tube, and many other high-frequency effects. But what impressed me more beautifully than anything else was the discovery of stationary waves, which I made in 1899. This showed that the entire planet we live on, despite its unimaginable size, could be made to vibrate in response to the quietest whisper of the human voice." Marjanović considers this to be Tesla's most significant discovery and a pivotal moment in his life and work. He believes that Nikola Tesla changed profoundly after July 4, 1899. "For me," Marjanović states, "the true Tesla is the one after Colorado Springs, the one whose work for the next 43 years we know almost nothing about." Based on his research and firm convictions, Marjanović asserts that Tesla's magnifying transmitter, despite its apparent simplicity, is actually the most perfect machine of this civilization. In its sophistication, he equates it to the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is also a masterpiece of knowledge and understanding of cosmic principles, proving that simplicity is the ultimate measure of perfection. Tesla is often described as an intuitive genius, and to this day, intuition largely remains in the realm of science fiction. Marjanović believes that in the coming decades, humanity will be able to communicate through intuition, and that many individuals already do so today, having managed to overcome the dictates of authorities and institutions that monopolize truth. Tesla himself said about intuition, "Intuition is something inexplicable, something by which we feel and sense the truth. Intuition is something that is above knowledge. Our spirit can lead us where our senses cannot reach." I think all great discoveries are works of intuition. The fact that there are testimonies of recorded interviews with Tesla suggests that those recordings have indeed been hidden somewhere. Tesla also foresaw a new era of human wisdom, where time would be understood, unlimited energy sources discovered, and matter shaped at the will of scientists. How far are we from that time? Marjanović, who has followed global scientific and technical developments since the early days of the internet, is convinced that our civilization stands on the threshold of this new era of human wisdom. However, he ties the answer to a crucial choice. I think we are currently in a position where two paths are possible. If those infected with the lethal virus of profit, who prioritize material gain, prevail, things will go badly for us. He notes that while technological progress has made life easier, it has also led to enormous pollution and significant ecosystem disruptions on the planet. Profit has become the sole measure of success, and the idea of a new redistribution of natural resources is increasingly heard. Politics, incidentally, is an area very distant to me, as it is to anyone who sincerely and dedicatedly engages in research not merely for personal satisfaction or need, but in the interest of the whole to which they belong, both as an individual human and as a humanoid from the third planet of the solar system, and beyond, predominantly dealing with holistic issues. Marjanović emphasizes, reminding us that here too Tesla had an answer: humanity needs more light, goodness, and compassion. We often consider the 21st century to have brought revolutionary discoveries, yet it's a fact that the insights of ancient civilizations far surpassed our current knowledge. Marjanović states, numerous archaeological findings, the latest astronomical measurements, and the general experimental scientific reality bear witness to this. He reveals that for the past 3 years, on the initiative of a wonderful, kind man, he has been studying Vedic scriptures, encountering an immeasurable treasure trove of information. It's truly astonishing, he notes, that these ancient texts understood the mass and diameter of the universe, protons, electrons, neutrinos, the value of Planck's constant, the foundation of modern quantum physics, Avogadro's number, the basis of modern chemistry. Even more impressive, Marjanović found, is that they arrived at these values exclusively through logical reasoning. And unlike modern science, they structurally, simply, and clearly explained all mathematically derived values using only basic arithmetic operations, without integral and differential calculus. In any case, Marjanović concludes, according to my research of Vedic knowledge and Tesla's work, there is a high degree of agreement on the principles Nikola Tesla applied. When considering communication with extraterrestrial civilizations, engineer Marjanović believes that while it has been humanity's age-old dream, it is not theirs. He also believes that communication already exists, but it's not controlled nor agreed upon. It happens sporadically when, how, and with whom they choose. Their technological level is incomparably higher, and they have no reason to communicate with us, except occasionally, when it serves their own specific, and only to them known, reasons. They certainly visit Earth as well as other planets, take what they need, accomplish what they intend, and go their way. In this communication, humanity is absolutely inferior. Will an official encounter actually happen? I truly don't know, Marjanović reflects. Perhaps, if they conclude that our activities pose a danger to some material spiritual elements of the galactic structure, which is technically possible, as we currently possess enough nuclear weapons to destroy the planet we live on at least 100 times over. He personally wishes they would come and force humanity to clean up all the trash we've scattered across the planet, thoughtlessly destroying what nature has created over centuries for the benefit of all of us. Marjanović also has no doubt that beings from other planets visit us, and that information about these visits is being concealed. Vedic scriptures, he points out, describe numerous phenomena that have since been corroborated by archaeological, astronomical, and other research, but for which science currently has no explanation. Tesla himself famously said, "The day science begins to study non-physical, spiritual phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its history." The term Teslian has emerged in recent years due to the increasing interest in the work of this greatest scientist. Goran Marjanović says he personally identifies as a Teslian, but sadly, after more than 20 years of theoretical and practical research into Nikola Tesla's work, this term strongly associates him with Don Quixote's battle against windmills. Nevertheless, the light of Tesla's spirit and the power of his ideas are so immense that they continue to captivate many people, regardless of nationality, religion, or social status. He is particularly pleased that an increasing number of young people are seriously engaging with Tesla's work. Finally, Marjanović reveals another intriguing secret. Is it true that there is no audio recording of Tesla's voice? As far as I know, that is correct, he states. A few years ago, I asked a sound engineer friend who works for many global radio and TV productions, as a top expert with numerous contacts in the field, to try and find such a recording, but he did not succeed. The fact that there are testimonies of recorded interviews with Tesla suggests that these recordings have indeed been deliberately hidden somewhere. Marjanović believes the reason for this is that the original vibration of Tesla's voice is also the energetic matrix of his entire being, just as the DNA is of his body. Sadly, his body is also gone, as he was reportedly cremated. Recent experiments with sonic standing waves, especially the latest research by Russian scientists like Pyotr Garyaev, who deals with wave genetics, processes based on resonance effects that use specific electromagnetic waves, laser light, to act on genes in DNA, show astounding results. Given these advancements in genetic engineering, the alleged cremation of Tesla's body and the absence of an audio recording of his voice raise numerous questions for which Marjanović has no answer. There's one question engineer Goran Marjanović wishes he could ask the genius Tesla, if he had the opportunity to meet him again. "This is truly the hardest question for me," he admits. "I have so many that it's difficult to single one out. I can't even remember all the questions I've asked myself over the years. However, I think the first thing I would ask him is, Mr. Tesla, shall we finally turn on Warden Cliff? If you like our content, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.